guys? How you doing?
Chilling, man. How you doing?
Good. What's good? I'm doing good. Can't complain. Just got off work.
Yeah. Hey, let the people know what's going on next Thursday.
La Vida Cantina, baby. Be there, 4 o'clock. You guys are going to be there, Lightning Podcast. It's going to be a great time. We're going to have a lot of free giveaways, drink and food specials. It's going to be popping as usual. Electric Avenue style, baby. We're ready. We're ready.
I'm ready, bro. I've been sober for a couple days, so I'm ready now.
You're preparing?
Yes, I am
I know
prepared.
how it goes. I know how it goes. We gotta do that pre-tailgate training camp.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do you have some of your details for this upcoming Electric Avenue that you can share? Some small smidgets.
I mean that's pretty much it, bro. We're just trying to get the family together, the Bolt family together, and have some fun. We got a DJ. We got the free giveaways. The Chargers actually gave us so about 200 pieces of items to give away and raffle off, and yeah, we're ready to pop. Dope.
Gotta love it.
Yes, sir.
You gotta love it. I'm excited, man. La Vida Cantina, April 24th, 4 p.m. Be in the building. Electric Avenue is holding a draft party. And like I said, if you haven't been to an Electric Avenue party yet, bro, just come get a sample. April 24th, come get a sample of what it's gonna be like at these tailgates. I'm telling you.
Season.
This is pre-teleportation right here. This is the warm-up. This is the warm-up. So you can prepare yourself for when we have those home games and you enter inside the inflatable boats and you teleport to your seats. That's all you're gonna remember. You're gonna walk in to this big family atmosphere with all your drunk uncles, drunk aunties, grannies, everybody.
That's right.
Getting ready for the Charger game. We're gonna pump you up in the tailgate, and then you get to the stadium, bro. You're just gonna be like, man,
it's going down. What just happened?
Roll the video, bro. I did that. I did what?
Right.
I was on wrestling boat.
Those video clips. I'm like, wait a minute.
I was on wrestling boat, man. What?
Right.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a good time, and I just love, like, you downplay it a lot. You be like, oh, you just gotta come. Nah, man, like,
yeah, I can't. This experience is unique. Yeah, it's all about the experience. It's always a good time. Everything is a little bit different every time, and we always bring something new to the table. So it'll be fun for sure.
Man, you know what, man? One day we should be able to, if you can convince the Chargers. To allow you to, like, have the players walk through as they get to the stadium. They walk through Electric Avenue on their way.
That would be amazing. That would definitely be amazing. Boy, we'll make it to the game.
They wouldn't make it to the game. They
wouldn't make it to the game. Preseason, we got to do
that. So, are you going to do anything for preseason?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we have something planned for the not for preseason. It's just going to be the tailgates, and then we have something planned for training camp as well. So we got a signing coming up. Then we'll release that news soon.
Love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it.
It's gonna be good, man. Always good times, always good vibes. It's gonna be fun, and we're ready to get it going, man. It's already been too long.
Way too long. I swear this season, this has been the longest off season ever, bro. Usually we've been in July by now.
No joke. Yeah, I'm feeling it too. And normally we do some other events going on, but I mean the Gates event was great.
Bro, y'all, that was epic, man. Like, I don't think people understand, like, for Gates and Rayshawn, bro, I mean, they show love to everybody. Justin, Kamani, but, like, as the time went on, Rayshawn Slater line, just ridiculous. And then the Gates line was just like utterly insane, bro. I was like, he ain't gonna make it up out of here. Bro, like, he signed everything they brought up there. And that's what I appreciate about y'all. It wasn't a thing where people they got a full experience. They got to take a picture. They got whatever they brought up, their autograph. They even chatted them up. Everything, man.
Yeah. It was an honor to be a part of. It was an honor to be able to do that as his first Hall of Fame party, and it's a pretty cool feeling to be a part of that history for the Chargers. Definitely something I won't ever forget.
Yeah, and the thing is, it was for one, it was inexpensive for what you got, and then the fact that it wasn't you just walking down the line and dudes sitting at a table and they sign it and you keep going. Was he walk up, y'all chat, he signs it, he takes a picture with you, and y'all people chopping it up.
Yeah. I think that surprised them too, because I mean, you see these signings. They're used to going into places and just sitting down at a table and people coming up and they do the autograph and that's it. Like they're not used to it being a celebration for them, and that's what we wanted to bring to the table, is to make it something that they can actually go home happy about. Not that was annoying. Like yeah, like that's the regular business of things. I just go there and sign things. No, we wanted to make it so they will have that memory as well.
Yeah, man, that was straight love. And then the fact that we got to sit down with Kamani and Rayshawn, man, and talk to him. Like Gates, we didn't even try because it was just like, bro, that's too long. That's like, yeah.
Pandemonium.
Yeah, Gates, we kind of had to hurry things up because the photo excuse me, the photo booth was slowing things up a little bit, so we had to cut that off and just start taking pictures and all that. But I mean, from what I heard, he loved every moment of it, so it was definitely worth it. And I'm glad all the Charger fans loved it as well.
I could say they ain't get that at Yamaha,
right?
He just sat down on the stool and talked to him.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, he was definitely rushing towards the end. I offered him a shot to get him to relax and kick back a little more. He was like, no, he's like, I'll take water though. I'm like, all right. I'm like, man, you don't need training camp anymore, man. Come on.
Yeah, appreciate you for coming up, man, letting us know, man. And like I say, April 24th, bro, we will see you there. PM, La Vida Cantina in Costa Mesa, California will be the place to be, right off Harbor Drive, right upstairs. It's a nice open, it's indoor, outdoor, nice, roomy atmospheres, a lot of room for a lot of people. Last time it was like almost 500 people for the gate signing, and it still didn't seem like it was at capacity. Because like,
Plenty of space.
Plenty of space.
Plenty senior room.
It was easy on the eyes.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
It was a lot of distractions. Fellas, if you're in the business looking,
stay focused, my friends.
Yeah.
Stay focused.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun for sure. And yeah, if you're listening, all you Charger fans, NFL fans, this is open for everybody. Be there. It's gonna be a great time.
Yes, it is. Cannot wait.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Exactly. That's what's up.
Couple more wake ups.
That's right. That's what I tell my kids too. A couple more sleeps.
Yeah.
We almost there.
And we still got that shot competition going on, so you know you ain't ducking out of that.
Man, you remember that?
Yeah.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. We'll have some fun.
All right.
All right, guys. You have a great night. Bolt up.
All right.
Always.
Bolt up, baby.
Let's go.
I heard it yourself. We're one of the founding members of Electric Avenue, actual Charger sanctioned tailgate, official tailgate of the Chargers, along with Thunder Alley. But Will is Electric Avenue, and they are hosting a draft party. All are welcome. But it's going to be a Charger draft party, but all are welcome to party with the Charger fans, because we the #1 fans in the NFL. Everybody loves Charger. Everybody. Like even when we whoop butt on the field, they still love us. What's good, man? It is Freestyle Friday. It's at La Vida Cantina in Costa Mesa, California. April 24th. Starts at 4 p.m. Be there or don't be nowhere. Don't sit at home and watch the draft by yourself. That's boring. Come be amongst like-minded individuals that are rooting for the same thing. Come one, come all. Let's party together. And let's see what we get at 22, baby.
Let's kick it.
Let's see what we get at 22, man. It's going to be a good draft, man. Big E, that's the draft party, bro. If you can make it out, make it out. Make it out, definitely, man. I know I'm
come vibe with us one time.
You can, it's only 4 hours away from Sin City. We're going to be live there, too, so you can tap in. What's good, my buddy?
Jasmine, what's happening?
G say, what's good from Facebook. What up, Jasmine?
Got a poll going right now about what we doing at 22.
Man, bro, just did y'all see that interview that happened on Wednesday with Joe and Chad, with them 2 GMs? Assistant and main GM sat down and had a press conference, and they went over a couple questions they asked. They provided some good insight. So with those type of things, sometimes you got to listen to what's actually said, how it's said.
Is it the message within the message, bro?
It's the message within the message. He dropped some nuggets there. He talked talked about his background with the Ravens, how Ozzie Newsome influenced his style of draft and how he learned. And if you ever watched the Ravens, that guy was probably one of the best GMs in the business. He got it. It's very, very rare that he got it wrong, right? He got household names. He didn't get all the time the big splashy juicy names. Like he got the Todd Heaps, the guy that just showed up with his lunch pail every day and went to work at tight end. You know what I'm saying? He got the Joe Flacco that won the Super Bowl Joe Flacco. The kid that went to middle of the road college, big arm, big talent, and they won the Super Bowl. He gave the first hardballer a job. So he knows something, right? Mm-hmm. Who is No Man going after?
My boy hopped in and said, "Have a good weekend." Somehow he's still here.
I know, right? But no, bro, Joe dropped some nuggets. He really talked about organization. He said some things. He's like, they went after everybody that we thought they would go after. He said we made a pitch and we was aggressive with everybody that we went after, right? Uh-huh. And what you got to understand is not everybody's gonna come, right? It's the player.
Pause.
It's the player. And we're the other platforms that we're on. We're on YouTube. We're on Rumble. We're on TikTok. We're on Facebook. We haven't got to Snapchat. Instagram, X. We're on all the major platforms. Spotify, Apple, Podcasts. We everywhere. We are everywhere, G. We are everywhere. Mm-hmm. Appreciate you for tapping in as well. But yeah, Joe, one of the things he talked about Asante Samuel. He was asked about Asante Samuel.
A lot of people have been asking about that too.
Yeah, and he basically said, you have to ask Asante Samuel. You got to ask Asante.
And the writing's on the wall.
There you go. He said, oh, yeah, well,
He said a lot.
You got to ask Asante. Yeah, that was enough said right there. And it's what I've been saying.
My boy said
and if you listen to
with a little.
If you listen to the whole press conference, then you understand his mindset when it comes to picking players. Big thing that they're all about is about character, right? Character. Does this guy fit the culture? Does his character fit the culture of this organization? They want the guys that fit the culture. They want high character guys. They want guys that's going to come and bring it on. Bring it on Sundays. They want the tough guys. They said things like, how does the guy, does he play through injury? Mm-hmm. How does he deal with injury? How is he off the field? So Tyreek Hill, probably not going to be a Charger. So y'all can let that ship sail.
Kill all that noise.
Kill all that noise about Tyreek Hill. Because if you listen to it, he repeatedly through that press conference, he always drove it back to culture, character, and they talked about they go to other players and GMs and ask about that player. Will this player be a good fit for this culture?
Jake, what's happening? You got punched Jake in.
What up, Jake? My bad. Let me turn Jake up.
For the draft, man.
What's up, Jake? I got you now, bro. My bad. I had you turned down.
You good, man. Nah, just getting myself geared up for the draft and everything.
Man, I'm ready, bro. What you sitting on for 22 as we got closer now? What are you sitting on?
Well, I've been thinking about it a lot, and I think where the Chargers are sitting at, because like Joe Ortiz, I think said it best, is that when it comes to these players, you let the board come to you.
Yep.
You don't get desperate and say, oh, we need to, fill this position because of this player. We need to fill that. We're not going to do that. I think we're in such a prime spot because of who we brought in already at free agency that now we want to get the best player that we can at that position and be a game changer. It's much like we did with Joe Alt. So I did I was on the AFC West platform and I did the first 3 rounds of the picks that I did. Mm-hmm. And if it comes down to it, I'm going with Colston Loveland because I do know that Jim's going to want one of his Michigan kids. Mm-hmm. He's going to want one of them. And Colston is very productive. Now, if he's not available, I'm down for them getting Matthew Golden, only because with the recent news of Quentin Johnston being on the trade block, you're going to want to add a receiver up from there. And the thing is, too, you already have Brendan Rice. You're trying to see what his potential is. So if you get Matthew Golden up in there, I think that might eliminate the idea of Keenan Allen's reunion back to the Chargers. But if it does happen, we can't close the door fully. But The other thing I even heard about too is maybe possibly Greg Zabel. I think that kid, because now, you know what's funny about this is because the names of Zion Johnson and Jamari Salyer have been pointing up. So if that becomes the case, I like Zabel in that spot.
Me too, man.
Yeah, because it's all about solidifying that interior front.
Yeah, because like I've been liking the Zabel pick for the simple fact that we get a 2-for-1. If we get Zabel, we still can reach in the second round and get Mason Taylor at tight end. So you kind of still get a 2-for-1. You get two almost first round caliber guys for the price of one. Yep. And you shore up that line. You are saying, hey, for the next 7 years, we're gonna protect Justin Herbert.
Yes. And not to mention, you're also going to be opening up those running lanes for Najee Harris as well.
And we said it, that 3.9 going to turn into 4.5 real fast.
And I think that 1,000 could turn into 1,300.
Man, that's his underrated ability at receiving as well.
Yeah. And
go ahead.
Yeah. When I did the first three, I got Matthew Golden and that first draft pick. Mm-hmm. The second one, I was going for D-line. And I really do think we might target one of those kids from South Carolina, because that South Carolina D-line.
Yeah, last year. Yeah, them boys were some monsters.
Yeah, so I need a complimentary D-lineman that I know is going to pair well with Sean Hand and with Naquan Jones up front. And then I definitely took I wasn't able to get Mason Taylor, but I took Elijah Arroyo on the third round option, because even he's not either.
He's solid too. Yeah, he's solid too. He's still a playmaker. I just want to see just his character issues. See if he jives with him. There was some things from his pro day that was questionable. Like but he took off. He didn't run as fast, and then he didn't look in shape like he was supposed to. So that could either be like, were you hurt and you recovering from an injury or something, or what's your work ethic, man? You know what I'm saying? Because this is it. This is it, bro.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, I think about it with because I know everybody wants, obviously we're going to get a playmaker, point blank period. But I know lots of people kind of have receiver on their mind. But the thing is, we have 4 rounds to get a receiver, truthfully. Because even if we don't get the top dogs, the sneaky one I really would like for us to keep an eye on is Nick Nash at San Jose State. Seriously. Because this guy, what's crazy about it is he's in the first 3 years at San Jose State, he played quarterback before he converted to wide receiver. So he already knows the mentality and the mindset of what a quarterback likes.
Yeah.
So when you put him as a wide receiver, he was first in receptions. He was in the top 3 of receiving yards. And I think he finished second with touchdown scores of 14. So I think he's going to honestly have a Cooper Kupp upbringing, in my opinion. The kind that not a lot of people paid attention to, but the kid's hands are really good. I think we could probably work a little more on his route tree and get a little more creative, but the kid's got some sleepy potential right there. And that's why I'm like, if we do pass on those rounds on a receiver, there is options right there we could look at like that.
He's also a COVID kid, so he's a little bit older.
Yeah.
He's a little bit older, so that could be a plus, meaning he could come in ready, because he know his years are short in the pro league, but he's already a grown man, right? And now he knows he got to get to work immediately. I'm excited, man. Joe said some amazing things, some very thoughtful things in that, and he talked about the third day being the day where the scouts really get to show their worth. Where you really go dig through the crates and you find those gems.
Classics.
You find those gems. You find those golden, solid players. And he talks about the Cam Hart, the Terheap Steele, how they found those guys, right?
Yep.
Didn't, if you look on paper going into the season, going into the draft, they necessarily didn't need corners, but those guys were so good that they had to get them. And it paid off. It paid off.
And they were game changers. Yeah. They were game changers at that position, because I've even been saying it. We have needed a man-to-man corner that could at least catch up to the speed of some of those receivers, because especially like we don't play them a whole lot, but if we're playing Miami, they're built for speed. I know that like Kansas City at times, when you look at Xavier Worthy, that's one you're going to have to be prepared for. But a lot of it is mostly guys that have creative round trees. So I need somebody to like stick to the receiver like glue.
Yep.
Because at that point, you're pissing them off, you're throwing them off their game. And at that point, that now allows my slot corner to be over there as a facilitator when the ball's in the air and go get it. Because, yeah, now you're putting a lot of that pressure on. And that's where, like, the completion percentage is going to go down low and the quarterback rating will lower down on a quarterback.
For sure.
Yep.
For sure, man. Oh boy, I'm glad you tapped in with us, man.
Yeah, man.
Glad you brought it up. You got me fired up. Charge your truth. Give us a call back. One of the guys are trying to call in. Charge your truth. But Jake, like you spot on with your analysis. Man. What running back would you take in this draft?
You know, I did a lot of deep digging and like.
And where?
Realistically, I mean, honestly, we can all dream. We would love to have someone like Ashton Genty up in there because there's just an aura that feels like that. But I think idealistically, I would want to take either between the second and third round because it's going to be D-line or running back in those spots if we're lucky enough. But I truthfully would like to see Caleb Johnson here. I think the kid's got some pretty good potential on him. And with him, it screams physical play, and he's got great burst where that's perfect when you're swapping with him and Najee.
Yeah.
Because Najee is going to provide you a lot of those break-off tackles and kind of fight his way for first downs and more yards. Whereas you get Caleb Johnson where he's more, I'd say like between him and Amari and Hampton, like he kind of brings that type of build. So, and he's got the perfect cuts to where he can either attack up the middle or he could slightly move up to the outsides and go in and get bursts of speed there. Because I thought too, my other wild card would have been Devin Neal out of Kansas, but I don't know if he might be available at that time. But then again, we also do have Kamani Vidal, so there wouldn't have been a reason to get Devin Neal either.
And I'm hoping to see him get more burn.
Yeah,
seriously.
That's what I was speaking on that today in this group. Because it was like, what's up with Kamani Vandele? I was like, it's just one of those things. Like we could say what's up all the time until that person gets the snaps. I feel if he gets the snaps, he's gonna prove himself.
Yeah,
and we owe that to him to see if he's of any value. You give him the snaps, you evaluate him by the game snaps. Give him those snaps. I mean, he took his first pass to the house. So the big play mentality is there. If you've seen him in college, big play after big play in college. So, and he came to the NFL, his very first pass that he caught, big play.
But see, that's the crazy thing, is that was what he was supposed to be. And that's where I'm looking at Greg Roman when he's putting together these packages of what are you putting together for Kamani Vidal? Because he's initially supposed to be Austin Eckler's replacement. He's got good hands. You utilize him on the bootlegs because you give him the quick ball. He's going to attack on the outside. He has the burst and speed and the cuts to do so. Greg, for whatever reason, and I don't know if he'll fix that this year. I hope so. But I hope puts together those packages.
That's what I said, man. Greg gotta get it together. He gotta get it together because, like, man, you got a nice car now.
Yep.
You don't have the kit car. You got the actual Lambo now. So we need you to open that playbook up. We need you to open that playbook up and get to work, bro.
And that's the thing is like, and you've seen this from that game against Houston. Is there was a point where we should have been prepared more to just be running the football. And when we were ready to pass, like we'll be ready for it. But instead he flip-flopped it.
Yeah, he abandoned the run. He just didn't even go back to it. He didn't try to establish it. If you look at the other side of the ball, Houston could not get the run going, but they did not abandon it. And it ended up paying off for him.
Now, here's my other thing, too, and I thought about this because how do y'all feel potentially if that became the case, how you would feel if we took Kenneth Grant, if that was an option?
I would like it.
Love it.
I would like it because now you got somebody, now we can run stunts. because you got a space eater. You got a space eater that's going to take the center, right guard, and left guard. He's taking two people because you ain't finna block him with one. So now you can stunt. Now you can send Denzel Perryman, Junior Colson, get him back active, or like on blitzes. You know what I'm saying? Or you can stunt with the line. You can stunt with the line. Have Tua come from the outside, rushing in. So somebody like that.
Gives you a lot of playmaking ability,
Yeah.
flexibility.
And it's not necessarily like he's not going to go. We're not expecting him to be Aaron Donald, right? We're not expecting him to get all these sacks and everything. What we're expecting him to do is be a space eater and be great at it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And even when he's paired up with someone like Mason Graham, like that whole entire front was not getting ran through by
nobody.
Nobody was going to get past it. And the thing is, because you still want to have that initial replacement for Puna Ford. That's why I think it would work out best with Kevin Grant there.
Yep, most definitely. And he mentioned the trenches being a focal point in that interview. I mean, he dropped a lot of context clues, right? He dropped a lot of clues for us to pick up. He gave me a lot of confidence, and I mean, I believe in him because of what his track record and where he came from. But he just talked about their process, how they're in a position he would rather trade down to get more picks.
That is what he said.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like you literally can change the landscape of your team with these picks. People think, you got to pick 1 or 5. And no, man, for one, you don't want to be in those positions because that means your team ain't performing, right? If you're a lottery pick, that means you had a losing season, unless you did some crazy trade and got into there. But he just talks about that. And I just got all the good warm and fuzzies from him that this organization is in good hands. I'm probably going to see him move up to president soon. I'm telling you what, president of football operations.
And that's the thing is he's more than capable of finding like his next successor moving up if that became the case.
He probably sitting right next to him. The way he was talking, the way he was talking about Chad, it was like Chad gonna be a GM next year. But knowing Joe, if we make a deep playoff run, they're going to make him president of operations, and Chad just going to get bumped up to GM because now you have your guy. Like, why would I let my right hand go? A guy that came with me from the Ravens, why would I let him go?
Right.
Because he knows me. I can give him the reins. He knows what we need.
Yeah.
He knows my thought process.
And that's the thing is now you have built the establishment of what we are supposed to be as a team.
Yep.
Because at that point you're not rushing or you're not desperate for anything.
Exactly.
You're staying patient and you're having full control of what the board is going to do. And when you leave it up to the board of who would be available from there, of course you're going to take the best athlete available in your eyes that can be a game changer. And of course, like that's the thing is that I know that front office is listening and watching what the fan base is screaming out for.
Yeah.
They do. But they're the kind of like, we know the places we're going to address. Mm-hmm. Because think about it. The minute we got Joel, like people were like, we went offensive tackle. They're never gonna get a receiver or whatnot. And then here's Lat McConkey.
Yep.
Like they listen. They find a way to get the best value on some of those players and the ones that they know complement well with the system they're putting together.
And high character. Joe Alt, high character guy. Lat McConkey, high character guy. Cam Hart, high character. Players on and off the field. Right? Yeah. On and off the field. I mean, I just from the interview, if you got any more doubt in your mind about them, man, and I'm sorry that I even doubted them a little bit, right? When free agency started, but they broke it down. They said, we went after people. You know what I'm saying? We made our offers. Yeah. We made aggressive offers. But again, those people go where it fits them and they accept who fits them. So there you have it.
That's what you want is the right fits. And I wanted to say, like, with the Asante Samuel thing is that I'm surprised yet not surprised of the situation that's happening with him. Because if you think about it, he's coming off of a shoulder injury and he, right now his value's tanking. But I don't think the Chargers, I don't think this is a way of the Chargers really punishing him in this magnitude. I think it's more of like, what is he going to look like coming back from it? I think is what people are concerned about. Because if you get the Asante from like what, 2 years ago, at least, maybe three, then he'd be a very productive corner. But that's left to be said after the rehab. So I was on the board, like, I'm on board with, look, just give Asante one more year. I just want to see one more year. I didn't get an entire like full season sample of what Asante's potential is next to Jesse Minter. Yeah. So it's left to be said, but I'm not opposed to the idea. But if we don't decide to, bring him back and go that route, I'm fine with that too. It's just, it's what could have been type of moment with Asante, because I just don't want to be in a position to where, like, I won't compare the two, but like how we felt about Jason Barrett. You know how very explosive and impactful Barrett could have been until all of a sudden he had a full season on his belt with San Fran. And I'm like, damn, I'm happy he's healthy, but damn.
I think one of the other things with that whole situation is the performance of the young guys.
Yeah.
And you saw what we could accomplish without Asante.
Yep.
So that kind of hurts the value of him as well when you got Cam Hart, Steele, Foreman. We got to pay you all that money.
Hey, Jake, No Ma'am said, what is your thoughts on, he already said, he want to know your thoughts on Zabel. Do you like Zabel and do you like Mason Taylor?
I love Zabel. I think because what's funny is like, this is what I love about evaluating drafts, and I do a lot of player evaluation. If I was to truthfully, like, let's just say, take away the NFL and all your star players. If I was to just strictly build a football team, right? And I'm looking at the regions around the nation. Of course, I'm going to build my offense and my defensive line from the North region. That's why I'm like, with Zabel out of North Dakota State, he is built like that. Like, these kids are
country. He's like country strong, man. It's a cowboy. Yeah. He's a farmer. He's been throwing hay. He's ready for that movement. Yeah. He's all his life, bro. All his life.
Exactly.
Just choking out horses and stuff, bro. You're a horse choker.
And think about it, because if you got a guy that's capable with the strength he has to hold a lot of those bulls rushing at him, man, he's capable of that. And that's what you would like for someone that can protect Justin in the best way. So I love Zabel. Again, I would love for it to be that easy to like literally pick him up. But, if I could have it one way to where we could still get Zabel, man, would that be a steal? But
it's crazy because he's like a utility knife because you can go tackle guard with him.
Yes, he is. Yeah. And considering the fact that, like, because we're in this predicament where we didn't even sign big money for Bradley Bozeman, which I'm really happy for, because that was more for a backup role. Yep. But because we got Andre James for this year as a center, it buys us a little time. So even if you get a Swiss Army knife like that in the interior side, like Zabel, that kind of buys us a little more time, because we already have our tackles straight. So we're not worried about that. But what we're worried about is our longevity in the interior. So if we could build that up, I think Zabel would look really nice.
Yeah, he's going, man. I'm so excited. Like, when he came across and I seen him, I was like, oh yeah. I'm always looking for some North Dakota State kids because they always especially the linemen. Like you said it spot on. Them boys in the Midwest and North region, that's where your linemen come from, man. The kids from Notre Dame, the kids from the Big Ten. The Big Ten got some amazing offensive linemen. If you go down a college roster and you look at the studs that's in the SEC, the guys that stick out, they're usually from up north. They're usually from Idaho, somewhere in backwoods Illinois. It's a lot of big boys in the trenches.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Up there.
Yeah, no doubt. But I really like Zabel. I really love Mason Taylor as well. And because I said this before, that I wouldn't be surprised if Jim Harbaugh is the kind that is literally going to recreate a dual tight end system, much like with what New England did. I wouldn't be surprised at that, because if you think about it, go back to the time when they drafted Rob Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez.
Man,
the way they utilized that dual tight end set, nobody was stopping it.
Stuff up.
Boy,
oh my God, they couldn't even plan for it. Like it it literally confused the defense so much that they had no answer for him. Whether are they going to put Hernandez running the ball or are they going to just throw that thing up to Gronk? Like they had no answer for him. So if they do that, and I like Stone Smart. I love him as a depth person, but to me, like think about that. If we literally paired up, if we still get Colston, and if we got Mason Taylor as a double whammy, dude, God, that would be fantastic.
That would be insane. That'd be like a cheat code, bro. That'd be like a cheat code.
Oh, it'd be unfair. And then it's like we just got our dual tight end set for like next like 5 years.
But like he said, man, we don't have to draft by a need. We
Right.
can draft. They can literally draft best player available.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. And because now you're basically playing chess at the end of the day. You are trying to checkmate a lot of these teams, and you know exactly which ones that you're trying to compete against, which is your Kansas Cities, of course. You're trying to compete against Denver. You're competing against Buffalo and Baltimore. And the only way to do that is not by showing your cards and not by showing your body language of what your next move is going to be.
Yeah.
You be patient. You be calm. You know how loaded the draft is.
Yeah.
But none of these are ones that is a desperate need to chase for.
Nope.
No trading up.
Yeah.
You in a position.
I mean, I said it, like the 20, 22nd, and the 26 spots are such prime spots because those are the ones right there that are sitting comfortably, that they're just awaiting to see what the board looks like.
No Ma'am asked, he said, hey, what are your thoughts on Mac Delaney from Fresno State? Dalen.
Magdalena, I didn't get a chance to look too deep into his highlights, but I think I'd say he's a pretty solid one too. I think I think he's definitely worth the steal in the late round. But yeah, well, I mean, we'll see how it pans out. I just think the most loaded days is going to be day 2. That's what everybody's kind of looking at right now. Even some of those teams that's got the first rounds, there's some of them that they know they need a first round pick and some that don't truthfully need it, but they want because they want to reload in the second round and the third round.
I'm just ready for this to happen, man. Next week, all this will be answered. We know what we want, but again, we ain't Joe Ortiz, we ain't Jim Harbaugh. They know what they need, right? And they know what they're going to get. They got their team. They're surrounded by their team, and they're going to do what's best for the franchise, right?
Yeah.
Year 1, they already did it. They did an amazing turnaround, and people hands on the head when they picked Joe Alt, right? When you could have had Malik Neighbors, but look at how that turned out.
For Bowers.
Because at the time, everybody knew that the Chargers needed a receiver. Everybody knew, but they went and got the best player available, Joe Alt.
Yeah. And they know they're going to get, they know they're going to get a playmaker, but was it the right time? Was it the right year to do so?
And they even, like Malik Neighbors had a great year, but Ladd McConkey had a great year as well.
Yep.
On a winning team. Helped us win games. Helped us get to the playoffs. Helped us turn the franchise around immediately.
Yep. I think the only ones that we're waiting to see right now on our draft class is Justin Boygby and Junior Colson, which I truthfully believe Junior Colson's going to have a breakout year.
Me too. I think just having a conversation with the Ranger, he basically said that he's ready. He's going to get the snaps. Yep. He's like, trust me, that dude ready. He was like, he's ready, bro. He's going to get the snaps. He's going to get the confidence. He's like, he already understands the game. He needs the snaps now. And I truly believe he's going to have a great year.
That's why Navarro Bowman loved him as a pick.
Love to see it, man. I can't wait, man. It's just, I just feel like the longest season ever. Huh?
You gonna play that voicemail?
Oh, we got to call him back. He just left. Hold on, let me play it for it. Let me see. Yeah, we play it.
Yo, this is Chargers Truther, and hope you guys are doing really good. I'm just here to leave a voicemail, I guess, and offer my opinions for what that's worth. Hope you guys would realize that the fundamentals of football is all about size, physicality, and aggression. You know, this is not a pillow fight. For that reason, I prioritize running the ball, stopping the run, and everything else comes after that. For that reason, I prioritize the running back position primarily, as well as the defensive tackle and linebacker positions on the defense. And a lot of people downplay these positions, and I think that is completely ridiculous. And I hope you guys don't agree with me, or at least don't disagree with me. So I wish you guys good luck with everything and just spreading the word. Invest in running backs, invest in D tackles, invest in linebackers. All that pretty fucking deep ball bullshit is fucking comes secondary, comes fucking tertiary, comes after. If you can't run the ball, you can't stop the run. You're going to be a garbage team, as we've watched for a while.
That's too funny.
Happy Friday.
All right.
Good luck.
Shout out to Charger Truther, man. He's on X. If you follow him on X, you know he's all about the running back, right? He 100% about the running back. He's right though. I mean, the key to success for a lot of teams is having that ability to run the ball because you can control the clock, you control the game running the ball. I mean, I think we addressed one of those issues with signing Najee Harris, and we can really solidify it if we get some more trenches, add to the depth in the trenches. Because Joe Arts said he wanted competition in training camp. He want them to compete in training camp. So
all over that line.
Yep. It's only going to make them better. It's only going to make them better. We know it's 3 spots on the line we know who's going to be starting there, right? It's 3 spots. It's left guard and center that we don't know who's going to be starting. So they're going to have to duke it out. And he even said, what's his name? Alex? Andre
James, yeah.
Yeah. They're going to, him coming in, he's not guaranteed to be the center. He's going to be fighting for the left guard and center because he said he played some guard before. So it's gonna be a good battle to see, man. It's gonna be a good battle to see.
Yeah.
And I do hope that I know we're gonna get a running back in this draft. It's just a matter of when. Where are we gonna get a running back? I know we're gonna get one for sure. I would like to see Haskins and Vandele also get more reps to see what they have before you go, let's just get rid of them guys. Because Vandele's a dang on me rookie.
I just think with his son Haskins, he's more of like a red zone option, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's honestly like our version of Zeke. Mm-hmm. He provides physicality and he fights for the goal line.
And he's shifty. He can make those cuts. He can make you miss in the backfield as well. And he can receive. He can catch the ball. We've seen that in the Denver game. I tell you, that was an amazing catch. One cut, and he exploded up the field for a touchdown. Yeah. Huge. That was a huge turning point in the game. He caught the ball. He was on the check down. Justin checked down to him, made the one cut, and he was gone up the field. Touchdown.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Jake, we got somebody else we got to get on.
All right.
I appreciate you.
We appreciate you stopping by.
Of course, guys. Look. Like I said, competitors welcome. That's all that Jim Harbaugh likes, is he likes competitors. So let's see who's willing to want to compete on this team come draft night, guys.
Absolutely.
I'll catch y'all on the flip side, man. Bolt up high and strong.
All right.
Bolt up, baby.
Yes, sir.
We got Chargers for life already with the Scatterboo propaganda. What's up, man?
What up? I'm from Vegas, so you know.
How you?
I'm good, just waiting for the draft. I'm hoping we get a tight end in first pick.
What tight end?
I'm going with Mason Taylor from LSU.
Okay, you cancel each other out.
Don't get me
Scatterboo.
Yeah.
Mason Taylor, we'll take it.
You don't like Scatterboo?
Nah.
Why is that?
I just don't think we need him.
But you do say that we need a running back.
Yeah, I didn't say we needed a running back.
I said we're going to get one.
Running back.
I said we're going to get one. We're not in the need to draft somebody because I think Cam Scatterboo is probably going to be gone by the 3rd round, right? So I don't see us needing a running back by the 3rd round, right? Cam Scatterboo, he's a unique player. He's a physical player. He had a great college career. I just don't. We need speed. We got Najee Harris. We got the dependable back. We got the guy that's a power back. We got that already. We got him a receiver back with him. Cam Scatterboo was like a power back that can receive. So you got that in Najee. You need a change of pace back now. You need a guy.
Somebody with some quicks.
Yeah, that can probably get to the outside, not necessarily in between the tackles, but that can probably pop it to the outside and take off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you kind of just need, you don't want to have the same style of running back on your roster when it comes down to game planning and things like that. Because if Najee and Cam there, I mean, we kind of predictable about where we're going to run because getting to the edge, Cam is going to be limited just as well as Najee. He's limited when it comes to running at the edge. That's why they're both great in between the tackles. But what if the teams are weaker on the edge and strong in between the tackle and guard?
Right.
So then you need some guys that can get to that edge and take off. You're going to need that speed back, right? So Cam doesn't give us that. We got other backs that will.
So who do you think, if they do go for a running back in the third, fourth round, who do you think that running back will be?
Well, you got guys like Damian Martinez that probably be around there. Ollie Gordon from Oklahoma State.
Martinez is a good back. I would take him.
Yeah. You got Ollie Gordon from Oklahoma State, who's a very nice back. He's 6'2". He has a nice build where he can run inside and outside, and he can catch.
Well, I've seen his stuff. So he's really good.
Yeah. So I mean, if we get Cam Scatterbull, I will get his jersey. You know,
So they bring J.K. Dobbins back.
I wouldn't mind J.K. coming back. But if we get a running back in the draft, we're not bringing J.K.
Yeah,
back.
that's gonna seal it.
Because they still got Ezekiel Elliott on the practice squad.
They do, but he's already passed.
Oh yeah,
prime.
He's definitely passed.
So I do have a question for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
What you got?
If the Chargers don't go for a tight end in the first round, and they go for because the way it looks to me, and I feel like Harbaugh is gonna go for a lineman once again, or a lineman or a receiver. The guy from Arizona, I don't remember his name. Something.
Oh,
T-Mac.
Yes, him. I wouldn't mind.
Tyrod McMillan.
Yes, him. Would you prefer them getting a tight end or a receiver to give Herbert more options?
Whichever the best one available at that. If we're talking about a tight end or a receiver, I say the best option available out of the two. Who's the best player out of the two? That's who we get.
Well, I mean, you gotta look at it this way too, though, because there's other good receivers that I'm pretty sure will still be on the board. Like the guy from Ohio State, I don't remember his name either. Igbuka, something like that. He's a good receiver.
He's a solid receiver. He's more of a slot type a receiver. I haven't seen him line up outside much. That don't mean he can't play outside, right? But he's pegged to be a slot receiver. So we already got enough slots. So,
or what about this receiver from Oregon, Tez Johnson? I believe that's his name.
Yeah, he didn't have a good combine. His numbers, he kind of fell a little bit.
He did. I do agree with you, but I believe that he'll bounce back, especially with the Harbaugh era.
Yeah. His numbers wasn't favorable for him because he's small and he's like, can he get the separation on the outside that's needed? 5'10" guy, small. He can.
Did you watch him play at Oregon?
Yeah, but now we're talking about it's a guy that's 5'10", 165 pounds, and you're going up against like the Marlon Humphreys, where they're just gonna bully you. He's not going to even get off the line, right? He's not going to, so like inside, yes, but we already got it inside. We got Ladd. So the receivers we're looking for is people that can get separation on the outside.
So like McMillan, T-Mac.
Yeah, he would be nice. He would be nice because he's a big physical body. He attacks the ball. He high points it. Golden can get separation.
I remember him.
Luther Burden, he's 5'11", but he's 200 pounds, and he gets separation.
Run.
Yeah, but Emeka could possibly play on the outside as well. You would just have to see. You would have to see the film if he's lined up there. Somebody said Trey Harris from Ole Miss. That's a big dude. 6'3", runs a 4.5. It's a big dude. So bring him in. Let him see some separation on the outside.
So I have one more question before I leave.
For sure.
Between the tight end from Michigan, I forgot his name, Loveland, or let's use tight end Mason Taylor. Mason Taylor.
I would get Colston Loveland, even though I love Mason Taylor. I would get Colston Loveland.
Why is that?
He's rated higher. He had a overall better career. Numbers are better. He's very effective in the blocking portion of the game. More polished than Mason with his route running and things like that. So I think he gets the edge in that. But really, honestly, for me, having watched Mason Taylor play, it's a coin flip for me, bro. I wouldn't be mad at either. I'm not gonna sit up here and be mad at either.
Well, yeah.
I'm not gonna be mad at either.
All I have to say is thank you guys for having me up here. You guys are pretty cool. I do watch your content.
I appreciate you.
Sir, we appreciate you
for tapping in.
Also, I'm representing Vegas, and we do have a club out here, Die Hard Boat Club Las Vegas.
Hey.
So you coming to the games this year? You come to the games?
Depends on my work schedule, but I'm gonna try to go. I go like once or twice a year.
They play every Sunday.
I know. But I try to make it. It's just with my work schedule. But I do go to the ones in Vegas.
So let them know that you got a religion. That's your religion. Die Hard Boat Church. And you got to go to church at SoFi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I've been there a few times. My very first time I went, I was like a year after they opened, and I got taken for my birthday.
Okay.
My uncle took me for my birthday. It was a pretty cool experience.
That's a good uncle.
Yeah, he has season tickets hold. He's a season ticket holder.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, man.
All right, I appreciate you guys for having me up here. You guys have a good night.
All right, you too.
You too. Bolt up.
Bolt up.
Well, if all hearts and minds are clear,
Man, but I can't wait, man. It's going down April 20th.
less than a week away.
Less than a week away, man. Let's get it, bro. On that note, man, you want to end the Freestyle Friday so we can watch some basketball?
Man, if you haven't heard, draft day, party, Costa Mesa, Vida, Cantina, until we got drink, we got food, the vibes is free. Bring your EBT, that's a bar.
Boys.
And we in the building. Stop by, come hang out with us.
Yes.
We done got our numbers up, thanks to each and every one of y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll be able to go live on YouTube. We're going to go live on Facebook, and we're going to stream that to the Facebook groups, the Chargers Facebook group. Boat Gang, if this video make it to y'all, approve our application, please.
Yeah.
So we can stream to the group.
Yeah.
But we'll be on multiple streaming services, bringing y'all to draft day.
The whole time.
No.
Live commentary, bro.
Entire time. You feel what I'm saying?
You feel me?
So search LS Boats 15.
Something wrong with the
all social media platforms. Tap in with us. Like,
tapping in.
share, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend.
To tell several friends. Tell that
Just like that.
We out.
We gone. Lakers and fire, y'all.